I think that what Rebecca said is important. So this week we'll be putting in a submission into the Joint Committee of Intelligence and Security, the very committee that passed a lot of these laws, and we'll be putting in a detailed submission. And what I can say, this document will be 10 pages long. It will detail what changes we think are required to various bits of federal legislation. And we're talking about the 1914 Crimes Act, under which the warrant was issued for the AFP raid. 1914. This is before the ABC even came into being. It was there for spies that we thought were around for World War I. They also used bits of the Criminal Code for receipt of stolen goods. You can go to the Crimes Act, the Defence Act, updates that are required to the PID Act. There's many, it's a patchwork of amendments that need to be made here. What is interesting to note is, I think for anyone, you can exercise whatever you like under this patchwork of laws that currently exist in order to do what has happened. So I don't think that, while changes to legislation are important, and absolutely whistleblowers are important as much as journalists are, I think it's a point well made tonight, and you know, without whistleblowers, we wouldn't have had people come forward, risk their jobs, risk their reputations around the abuse that was happening in aged care. So they came forward, we had a report, we had a Royal Commission before that even went to air, and it made Australia a better place. Whereas previously there were assertions there was nothing wrong with aged care, but because people came forward, now we have change for the better. Whoever came forward with regard to that drove a banking Royal Commission is incredibly important. That individual is, I think, before the courts as well. So there are many, many examples of brave Australians who have come forward that have risked everything, and yes, they do need protection.